afternoon, class. Thank you. So for today's lesson, we're going to talk about a group that I kind of touched upon in the textbook I saw in chapter 10, but didn't really go into depth, and that's the Vikings, which are a very influential people within European history. So just a kind of a warm-up activity. Can you tell me anything about Vikings that you know, from what you see up here that's important to? Yes.
They were Scandinavian who defeated and pillaged and created bad things.
Okay. Anything else you can tell me about them? Like other than those negatives? Yes.
Didn't they discover North America first?
Yeah, do you know what the name of the land was?
No.
It's near Canada. Okay. Newfoundland.
Oh, yeah.
Newfoundland. That's up in Canada. So, anything else? Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes. You don't have to. I mean, this isn't required, but if you'd like to, go for it. Anything else you guys know? Maybe about their daily life, or other than just the violence and pillaging? It's well known. Yeah.
Did they like settle in Greenland?
Where?
They lived near Greenland?
Yeah, they did settle in Greenland. They settled a bunch of different places we'll talk about. They spread out from Scandinavia to other regions. Yes?
Was it Russia named after them because they were there?
Yeah, there was a guy called Eric the Red who was a famous Viking. And actually, it's a good point. Like, the name Bruce comes from Viking. So, that's also mentioned. You guys know a lot. So, anything else? Okay, let's get started. So, I'll jump.
Ready? You can see how I know how to hit the space bar.
So where did Vikings come from? We'll have a map shown up here. So here's a map that we have. The three major areas that they came from was Norway, Sweden, and Denmark. We'll also see in the future like where they spread out, but I can just tell you that from Norway, they moved up towards Greenland and Iceland that you mentioned before. Sweden, they took more of an eastern trek and actually reached the Byzantine Empire and traded with them. So they explored waterways through rivers with their boats. And then Denmark, which we'll be talking about in the primary document that we'll see later, they came mostly towards England and France, and the beach of Normandy right here. And actually their first well-known invasion will happen right here at a place called Linsefar, where they sacked a monastery. So that's just some basic information about where they came from and where they were going. And the reasons why they moved, the geography of where they were before, it was the soil wasn't very well for farming. It was rocky, the climate was cold, so they tried to explore different places to find fertile farmland because they were farmers as well as warriors. They also, in the places that they pillaged, they had treasures, so they gained a lot of precious metals and things that they used to make themselves rich as well. And over time, they also settled in some of these areas, and some of the descendants are seen in particular areas, especially in France and Germany. France and England, and some of them up in Greenland and Iceland as well. So, next slide. So, pirate invaders. That was just actually the word Viking comes from the term pirate back in the day. So these people came in on their boats and took over land and attacked people, killed many people, especially in monasteries. So there was a lot of and just talking about this major event that we'll see in a video clip too towards the end of the class, that they attacked this monastery in Britain called Lindisfarne, and it's a very bloody account of what they did. They that they thought that this place would be sacred ground, that they would never attack it, it's sacrilegious to go against that, and they thought they would protect them. But the Vikings were pagan, they believed in many gods, and we'll talk about their beliefs and mythology in a couple more slides. This was a big event that caused their reputation as violent, brutal killers to really come out in full force. And it also set the pace for what they were going to settle into new lands as well.